There. Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to Mark Your Day. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagsubaybay. It's another exciting day. It's what is today? It's a Wednesday, right? It's a Wednesday, and so as promised, we have invited an expert who could help us understand how to be fit and strong for life and what our options are for staying fit while we're at home. If we're just at home, how can we find the equipment that we could use to be fit? Yan po. At makakausap natin ngayon is a special friend. You know what? I have been raised by many people. I've been raised by my parents, but I have actually been raised by a community of friends who acted like parents to me. He is one of those that I featured in the father figures of my life. I will introduce him properly to you later on, but I hope you're ready to learn from this wonderful athlete. We will be talking about fitness here. This is our health week at Mark Your Day. But before we get there, welcome everybody. This is Mark Your Day. Good afternoon, Kuya James Bayeta and Kuya Mel Chan and everyone who have clicked like and clicked the heart button there. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. Let's go straight to the news because we have a long discussion with our dear expert tonight. So let me just go through some of our news articles in our big dailies so we could get updated on what's in the news. So what's in the news? Check this out. All right, let's begin with the update from the DOH. Good afternoon, Kuya Randy Campos from Phnom Penh. From DOH, 1,640 newly reported cases. Paunti na ng paunti. Tuloy-tuloy lang yung pagsuot ng face mask. Tuloy-tuloy lang yung social distancing. Soon, we will be out in the streets again, rebuilding our economy. How are you, Kuya Randy Campos? How are you, Mel? How are you, my dear friends? Thank you for observing minimum health standards. 83% still mild. 11.6% are asymptomatic. Severe is 2%. Critical is 3.4%. That's the report from the DOH. That's a good number today. 1,640 only as of today. Sana tuloy-tuloy po ang pagbaba ng mga kasong yan sa ating bansa. Alright. Ano naman po ang balita mula sa ating Philippine Star? Rodi won't forgive corrupt officials. DPWH ang pinapatungkulan dito because it's no secret there's so much corruption in the DPWH. Kasi nga, roads, bridges, pwedeng dayain daw sa halo, pwedeng dayain sa dimensions, pwedeng dayain sa graba. Maraming paraan kung paano po nag-cheat ang ating mga contractor. And even if they don't really want to create substandard projects, sometimes you can't help it because if you already pay bribes to those who are responsible for passing the budget, like congressmen, or you gave some to the barangay, you gave some to the mayor, the budget left for you will not be enough to build a decent road, because if you cut out 30% of the total budget of the project, 30% was supposed to be your profit, and the rest of the 70% was supposed to be the budget for the building of the road. So if you cut out 30%, good if it's just 30%, then you're down to your 70%. You remove your profit, whatever is left, 50% or less, is what is left to build the road. So you will certainly cut corners kung nagbayad ka na. So tama, Rodi. Huwag patawarin. Ayaw pasaylua. Run after them. Good afternoon, maayong adlaw. Kay Ate Beng Wolf. Ate Beng, are you in Hong Kong or you're here in the Philippines? Keep safe always. Amping kanunay. That's Tita Beng. Ate Beng Wolf from A Freight, Hong Kong. You need freight services coming from Hong Kong. You go to Tita Beng, Ate Beng. Siya ang expert niyan and she's been doing that for many years. Next, how about from the tanggalin natin yan. From the Philippine Daily Inquirer, Risa Ontiveros says, Pastillas bribe takers got 40 billion from the Chinese. Imagine 40 billion pesos. That's their estimate. What is this pastillas? Pastillas po ang term dun sa corruption sa immigration when they enter the Philippines. Ito mga Chinese daw po, when they enter, yung mga visa upon arrival, meaning hindi talaga sila apply doon, papasok sila dito, kasama na sa budget nila yung paghuhulog ng bribe sa mga immigration officials. It's called pastillas because it's rolled in white paper. Para siyang pastillas. And according to this news report, it goes into the billions of pesos that have been circulating among people there at the airport, BI officials, airport officials, and some other people involved. So what does this tell the international community? Bayaran po ang mga Pilipino. It affects our image because some of us are enriching themselves. So kahit na anong demand mo for dignity from this Chinese to behave when they're in the Philippines, to respect our country. If they came in because they bribed so many people at the immigration bureau or at the airport, or they had a special service fee to have a special lane, special access, mawawalan ka talaga ng respeto sa bansang nag-aalaw nun. So if Digong was able to stop the laglag bala with the help of Risa, who is a critic of the president, that's why both pro and anti are important for democracy. Go Risa! Expose this. Go Digong! Stop this. You need both the critics and those who are in the majority to work together. Because if it is so well entrenched in the system, kung napakalalim na, Miss May Rondael, di ba? Kung lalom na kayo, kung talagang umugat na, if it's deeply entrenched in the system that they pay just a certain fee and people are more than willing to give them VIP treatment and close their eyes and ears for some of the shortcuts. Yun ang problema. Kailangan po talaga itong seryosohin. Yes. Happy Hump Day, Kuya Gilbert Lazaro, Tito Vlogs. Watch out for our interview with Tito Vlogs. Tito Vlogs, Gilbert Lazaro has been teaching investment in the stock market in his YouTube channel. We will be talking to him. Is it next week, Trisha, or 2 weeks from now? If you want to learn how to start investing in the stock market, we will be talking to Tito Vlogs soon. So, tigilan na po itong pastillas. Bribe takers, imagine ganun kalakas. Reopening of public parks pushed. I would support this. Basta ingat lang po ang mga tao. Ingat lang po talaga. Kagaya ng mga Japanese. Make it a habit to wear your masks. Make it a habit to wear your glasses. Make it a habit to wear your face shields if you're going to crowded places. But if you're going to a park, you're in Luneta and it's open, wide open, you're under the sun, breathing fresh air, and you're sufficiently spaced, then you can enjoy the open space. Lalo na po ngayon, it's already getting close to Christmas and the weather is cooler. It's so nice to be out there enjoying the cooler months in the Philippines. So sana po matuloy po ito. Okay? Last but definitely not the least, ang balita po mula sa ano bang last natin? Yan, wala na yan. Tapos na yan. Ito naman, reforms key to recovery. Yes, Dominguez sees strong economic rebound in 2021. That's according to our economists. Good afternoon, good evening, Kuya Romel Asibal. The projection, in fact, is for us to grow 7.2%. And we have discussed it in this show already. What do we need? Fiscal policy. Ano yon? Paano gagastusin ng gobyerno yung pera? Ano yung priorities to spur growth? Kaya po yung 2021 budget is important. That's why we've been pushing for that. Monetary policy, central bank monitoring the banks para maluwag yung lending, liquidity is high, para po merong panggastos yung mga negosyo na magre-rebound. Yes, pero hindi po pwedeng tumigil doon. Pero nga, this is a good news. Hopeful po tayo talaga. Pero merong pangatlo. Ano yung pangatlo? I keep repeating this. Fiscal policy, monetary policy. The third and very important thing is consumer spending. Consumers, people who have savings, need to let go of some of those. Don't act with so much fear, because if you're too fearful, you will hoard the money, and if you hoard the money, the small milk tea shop, the restaurant, the clothes shop will run out of customers. Hindi po iikot yung ating ekonomiya. If you're safe, you still have a job, like Tita May Ronda L, who's earning dollars, and Tito Gilbert Lazaro, and Kuya Romel Acebal, who's working for government, and of course Kuya Randy Campos, who's working in an international airline company, and Kuya James Bayeta, who's working in an international mining company, and Kuya Mel Chan. My friends, encourage those who have savings and those who still have their jobs to spend and help spur the economy. Whatever spending you have now spent wisely will generate traction for our economy. Okay, so sana po magdilang anghel si Secretary Dominguez para po talagang we will see a recovery for 2021. Alrighty, those are the news from our big dailies. Thank you very much. Should we keep this portion of Mark Your Day, or should we just let go of this and then focus on the what's interesting? It's nice to also just have a quick discussion on the news, right? Sometimes though, when I post it on Facebook, I don't know if I need to take it out. Buy health equipments, buy gifts na for loved ones and friends. Yes, Kuya Melchan, I agree, especially for this Christmas. Kung may budget ka, bili po tayo ng mga yon. Buy gifts na for loved ones and friends. Yes, let's discuss the news kahit na konti, Kuya Mel, no? Okay, Len, we shall now move on to our special segment. Naubos na NFA sweldo sa Lazada. Ni Kuya Chase, naubos na daw sa Lazada. Okay lang yan, 11-11, makakatulong yan dun sa mga driver, nagde-deliver, courier. I hope the Lazada sellers pay taxes though, because the government needs that. But syempre, pag diniposito nila sa mga bangko yon, okay. Include the news, please. You have a deep understanding of politics. Yes, continue the news. Sige. Tuloy ko lang yung news, no? Sabi dito din Duterte mo, Villar is not involved in corruption according to President Duterte. But, ang sinasabi nga, ang korupsyon nandun sa baba. Buy durian seedlings according to Kuya Romel for your future durian farmhouse. I hope so, Kuya Romel. Yes. Okay, so let's head over to what's interesting. Guys, share this if you want to learn how to be fit and healthy for life, because our guest has proven that you can be fit and healthy until you're almost senior. And you can also encourage your kids. So how do we encourage our kids to stay fit? What can we do to stay fit at home, even while we're working from home and trying to lock ourselves up in this pandemic? Yan po sa ating very interesting topic na Fit for Life. This is your next segment. What's interesting? All right. Tingnan natin kung sino ang ating bisita. Pero mamaya-maya po yan. Kukunin ko muna yung aking upuan because my chair is right here in the corner while we welcome our guest. Tingnan nyo nga. Kasi nga, dito sa aming studio, kami-kami lang ang nag-aayos. Wala po tayong staff. Unlike before, during my PTV days na maraming staff na pwedeng tumulong. Dito ngayon, wala na po tayong staff. All right, so please welcome. Inaayos pa po yung buhol ng wire. Please welcome. wait lang daw. Inaayos pa yung buhol ng kanyang earphones. Okay, she has been our main co-host for several months now. Please welcome the marathon runner. Ayun niya tawagin, the marathon runner. Please welcome my beloved wife, Trisha Feliciano Castrodes. Ayan na. Okay, hello. All right, welcome, madam. Welcome, my dear. Okay, hi to our guests.
Hello, good afternoon. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Yes, it's a special day because we have a guest. Do you want to be fit for life?
Oo.
How can you be fit for life?
Iti gumalaw-galaw.
Hindi gumalaw-galaw. How can you be fit for life? So habang pinag-uusapan natin yan, I'll ring our guest already so we can bring him into the show. Paano nga ba magiging fit for life? How fit do you want to be? Gaano ka fit mo gusto ikaw sa iyong pagtanda? So habang pinag-uusapan natin yan, I'll ring our guest already. So we can bring him into the show. Paano nga ba magiging...
Naka-on yung monitor.
All right. Uncle Henry, please turn down the yung monitor. Okay. Is he there? Is he there? Is our guest there? Is our guest already with us? Tingnan natin ha. Sino po itong ating guest? Ang ating guest, i-introduce ko siya habang nag-aantay tayo ng kanyang pag-appear sa ating screen. Okay, there he is. Okay. So ang ating guest was actually my badminton coach growing up. Siya po ang nagturo sa amin ng badminton dun sa MSU in Marawi. He was then a very young professor at the Mindanao State University, and habang nag-build siya ng career niya, nakita niya itong mga bata sa MSU, so tinuruan niya kaming mag-badminton. But he built his career by further study. He went to Oregon for his master's degree, and then he became the Dean of the College of Sports of the Mindanao State University. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, he is now the Dean of the Philippine Sports Institute. Please welcome Mr. Henry Cordero DAUT. All right, Uncle Hen, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mark and Trisha.
Hi, Uncle Hen.
Hello.
Okay.
Okay lang?
Yes, perfect.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Uncle Henry,
thank you very much.
thanks for joining us, Uncle Hen. Okay, now
Yeah,
let's just...
thank you very much for the invitation, and I would like to extend the greetings to all the viewers of this very interesting, very relevant, and informative Mark Your Day.
Okay, thanks.
Congratulations.
Before we begin the interview, guys, if you have questions, please prepare your questions so that we could ask Dean Henry these questions, because you know what, when I met Uncle Henry when he was young, he actually looked more fit than Richard Gomez. Alam niyo yung picture ni Richard Gomez na napaka-fit? Walang sinabi si Richard Gomez kay Henry DAUT dati. Walang sinabi.
May buhok pa.
May buhok pa dati. Okay. So Uncle Hen, tell us about your current role first before we get into other topics. So what do you do now? What's keeping you busy?
Yeah, I'm presently busy with the coaching certification program that PSC and PSI is conducting through online.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, we have already done 8 legs, and hopefully we can complete by November almost all the regions in the Philippines.
Wow.
So we are doing that.
So you were recently appointed Dean of the Philippine Sports Institute, correct?
Yeah, that's just a title for a position that I'm working. So actually, I'm a taken as consultant of the
Mm-mm.
Philippine Sports Commission, assigned to the Philippine Sports Institute. And
Uh-huh.
since we have to have some titles in terms of the program,
Mhm.
so I was made the dean of the Philippine Sports Institute for the coaching education, among others.
Uncle Hen, ano ba yung Philippine Sports Institute? Sino bang pwedeng pumasok dyan? Ano
Ah,
bang tinuturo dyan? School ba yan? Dorm ba yan? Or training
oh,
facility? Game. Tell us about
that's very
it.
good.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, the Philippine Sports Institute is the some kind of a sports university for our
Mm-mm.
country,
Mm-mm.
created by the Office of the Chairman of the Philippine Sports Commission.
Mm-mm.
It was established in early 1990s. However,
Mhm.
due to changes in administration, the programs die and then
Mm.
resuscitated. And when Chairman Ramirez was appointed as chairman during the time of President Arroyo, he re-established the Philippine Sports Institute,
Mhm.
and today it is being used as an arm of the Philippine Sports Commission in implementing sports programs to include the grassroots through the children's games, the coaching education through the online coaching certification, and of course the sports science lecture series, among others.
Wow.
So, simulan ko na yung aking question.
Sige.
So, Uncle Henry, our viewers are parents, are professionals
Oh.
who want to be fit for life. So,
Young and senior alike.
young and senior alike. So, pag pinag-uusapan po natin,
Okay.
ang fitness, what are keys to our fitness? How can people become fit?
Okay, physical fitness has something to do with how we make use of our physical and mental body in terms of functioning in our daily activities. So, kailangan natin yung endurance, cardiovascular endurance, yung flexibility, yung leg power, strength, among others. And during this time of pandemic, exercise and fitness has been highlighted because
Oo.
of the need to strengthen our immune system. So that's why I said maganda na isang pangyayari na nakadagdag ng value for people to consider having a regular exercise because of this pandemic. So when we talk about fitness, kailangan lang talaga kasi natin na ilagay na ang exercise is not work. Kasi nga parang nakakapagod naman mag-exercise.
Yes.
Kasi it is a
Oo.
burden.
Oo.
So that's very important that we have to change the concept of exercise as something that you exert effort. So parang nahihirapan tayo pag nag-exercise ka ba? Ayoko, kapagod eh. Diba? But
Ikaw. Ito, no.
Guilty!
but if we look at exercise in the benefits that we get, then baka mag-change yung ating perception on how we go about exercising. So it's important that meron tayong change of perception about why we are exercising and how we do it so that it does not become a work that
Or
is
a
a burden
burden.
to everyone.
Oh, okay. So ngayon, Uncle Hen, since we are on lockdown or our movements are limited, hindi tayo makalabas sa mga sports park. So how can we now keep fit while we're at home? Ano yung ating pwedeng mga options na hindi tayo pwedeng tumakbo sa labas or kung mahirap yon, pwede bang sa bahay?
In other words, Uncle Hen, mas maraming rason ngayon na hindi mag-exercise.
Oo.
So, paano natin yon lalabanan?
Oo.
Yeah, I think tama rin yung sinabi mo na maraming panahon na hindi mag-exercise. But on the other hand, mas marami tayong panahon na pwedeng mag-exercise.
Okay.
Ang ibig kong sabihin is, if we can see the lockdown or the quarantine thing as an opportunity to reevaluate our activities for the day, baka pwedeng masingit ang health and exercise activities to strengthen family bonding, immune system, and fitness levels ng bawat family.
Okay. So sa bahay, anong pwedeng gawin Kalhen, I can see you, ikaw, nag-skip rope ka, for example. That should be one, right?
Oo nga
Pero
eh.
anong options dun sa walang treadmill, walang bike trainer, wala siyang
Weights.
ping-pong table, wala siyang weights. So anong pwedeng gawin?
Walang space.
Oo.
Yeah. Okay. So that's very, very nice. Our home has a lot to offer in terms of possible exercise equipment, possible exercise venues. So if your house, meron kayong hagdan, a stair is a very good friend for fitness.
Okay,
Kasi you can
stairs.
make use of it as going up and down. Okay. Second, if you have even a little space, you can do a lot of stretching. The weights, you can do a lot. Like for example, in the morning I do a lot of watering the plants. So dadalhin ko yung malalaking balde, it adds. So para bang you aside from work, it becomes an exercise for weight training, something like that. So we just have to be creative in terms of looking around what's available that we can make use. For using body weight in terms of the strength training natin, pwede naman natin gamitin yung body weights natin sa sit-ups, sa push-ups, sa planks, so that we can add some weight rather than just doing all the calisthenics. So what is important is...
So Uncle Hen, just a quick question. Anong difference nung nabanggit mo, calisthenics and weight? At bakit mahalaga yung calisthenics and weights?
Yeah, sometimes we apply calisthenics yung sa regular sa elementary natin, nag-exercise tayo bago magbayang magiliw noon, di ba? I'm not sure if the schools are doing it, that before they have the flag ceremony, the students are doing all the calisthenics things as a form of stretching. So kailangan natin yung to warm up our body, to stretch our muscles. But when we talk about the endurance, we can have the skipping rope, we can have the stairs climbing, we can have the jumping jacks, na pwede nating maging part ng ating exercise activities. Strength training, because we want to improve our muscle development, kailangan natin palakasin, especially kung old ka, yung osteoporosis, we need to strengthen naman yung muscle natin at saka yung bone. So we do weights na hindi naman kailangan na magkaroon kayo ng barbell kung wala kayo. Make use of like a gallon with water.
Ah!
You can have
Yung mga
you can
mineral
have
water
your kid,
bottle.
right on your back when you do your push-up. But it's important na yung anong kaya lang. Kasi kung minsan, in our desire to get the benefits immediately, we go to the extremes na damihan ko para biglang lalaki. Exercise benefits does not happen overnight. So it is a process.
Yeah, Uncle Hen, so hindi siya dapat bigla-bigla. Kumbaga one time, big time, tapos overnight feeling mo, nanalo ka sa loto, maano ka na kaagad, diba?
Yes.
Pero ano ang frequency, ideal frequency in a week for a regular person to
Tapos
be...
dagdag ko na, Trisha, frequency tapos duration.
Oo, ganong katagal and how many times in a week ang masasuggest or recommended mo?
Yeah, the World Health Organization recommends at least 150 minutes per week of moderate intensity.
150
minutes,
which you can divide into 30 minutes for 5 days. That means that's very
pasok
short
ako
time.
dyan.
At least 30 minutes a day for 1 week, you are inside the recommended exercise activity by World Health Organization.
Okay, 30 minutes lang.
So, yeah, minimum. Yan, to gain benefits of exercise. So, importante rin yun. Then you can have other activities to strengthen your muscles at least two or more days a week. So you can add, kung meron kayong weight equipment dyan, mag-lift kayo ng barbells or dumbbells, you can add it there. So World Health recommends that we have at least 150 minutes per week that you can distribute throughout the week that you are exercising.
Okay, so dapat i-distribute. Hindi pwedeng 150 minutes, Lunes, tapos na. Tapos the rest of the week,
Hindi
kain
okay
na.
yun, hindi okay.
Oh, hindi pwede yung one time lang a week. Nako, parang yung muscles mo. So, what we want is, kasi when we say exercise, ang key to success is we need to exert effort. We cannot reduce weight, we cannot gain muscles if we don't exert effort. Sa mga authors, they say hard work. Pero sa akin, sabi ko, pag may hard tapos may work, parang negative ang pandinig. So, I always say effort.
Yes.
Isasabihin ko na when we exercise, we exert effort, not we do hard work. Then second, we need to commit. We cannot get the benefits we want if our commitment is not 100%. That means kung kailan mo lang gusto, hindi pwede yun.
Naku, maraming ganyan, Uncle Hen.
Kaya nga, kung committed ka, you will have some motivation. That means your motivation is really to realize the goals that you have set, whether to lose weight, to build muscles, or to really just be fit for that purpose.
Uncle Hen,
and of course, you need to be,
Yes, I will ask something that's bothering so many. Nag-exercise na ako 30 minutes a day. Mga 3 weeks na. Hindi talaga na gumagaan yung timbang ko. Malaki pa rin yung tiyan ko. So, how can we, when can we see results? Or should we base it dun sa timbangan? Ano ba yung, how do we know we're improving? Kasi, posibleng tigilan ko na nga ito kasi hindi naman lumiliit yung tiyan ko, mabigat pa rin naman ako.
Itago na lang natin siya sa initials na TC. Trisha Castrades. Yan, lagi niya akong naririnig magreklamo.
For any activity to succeed, there has to be a goal. So, dapat meron tayong goal setting. Ano bang goal mo for exercising? Is it to lose weight? At how many pounds that you want to shed off? Kasi meron ring other factors like diet, food, the food you take. So, if you exercise,
kasali pala yun.
For example, if you eat about 3,500 calories, pero when you exercise, you only burn 3,000, may balance ka pa na 500 na hindi na shed. So, hindi ka lang
utang
kasi
ka
nga, you have to burn. Parang ganun yun. So, if you want to maintain a specific weight, for example, sa intake mo, dapat naburn mo rin yun through exercise and other activities.
Okay, sabi
Then, of course, rest and sleep.
Rest and sleep. Oo, sabi ni Mayron and aray naman.
Di ba, May?
Oo. Kasama pala yung diet, May. Akala ko mag-walking ka lang. Pwede na, no?
Ako din eh. Di ba?
Yes, Uncle Henry.
Uncle Hen, sa tagal-tagal mo na sa industriya ng sports, ang dami mo nang naturuan from young to old. Ang question ko di ba maliliit pa yung aming mga kids? At I'm sure marami tayong mga viewers dito na kagaya namin na parents. Paano ba namin ma-encourage yung mga bata to be fit or to exercise or to be to join sports?
Yeah, that's very nice, ano. Kasi if you want to encourage people, dapat you are a model of fitness. So,
okay. Kailangan ikaw daw muna, Trisha.
Change question na lang.
If we want to influence and make people join the cause that you want, we should be role models. That means nakikita nila yung sinasabi mo. So you walk your talk. Kailangan maging fit kayo para maging healthy, but you are not exercising also. So there's no reason for them to believe. So we need to be role models. Second is, it's important that we ask our kids what they like in terms of physical activities. We cannot tell them what to do because we are more knowledgeable. We need to ask them what they like in terms of physical activities so that we can plan.
Okay.
Wag niyong pilitin na na gumawa ng kung ano-anong activity na hindi sila interested because interest is very important to motivate them to go into some exercise.
Okay.
So then,
Uncle Hen, bago intermission muna. Hi daw from Mr. Jason Luengo. Hi daw from our dear friend Sir Jason
Hi,
Lumengo.
Ninong Jason.
Fit for life din ito si
Ito,
Jason.
idol
Sobrang
yan.
fit for life.
Idol.
Ito yung nagtatriathlon habang naka-lockdown.
Sa bahay niya.
While nagtatriathlon.
Yes.
Bago mo ituloy, Uncle Hen, yung pangalawa mong point, no? Balik lang ito. This is actually we step back a bit dun sa earlier. Sabi ni Cecilia, how about ang paglalaba? Exercise din ba yun? Paano natin gagamitin yung paglalaba na magpang-exercise?
Yeah, that's very true, no? Kasi pag sinabi natin physical activity, we make use of our body parts to create movements that can increase, either increase intensity. So, anything that we do that moves our body is kind of an exercise already. However, we relate that to household chores, work-related, but it's physical activity. We don't correlate na pag nag-exercise tayo, specific yun sa exercise. But when we do physical activity that is related to household chores, office work, it also provides benefits in terms of our fitness. Nasabi natin na we promote walking instead of taking the elevator. You walk because you walk because of the exercise benefits of walking.
Okay, so balik tayo dun sa question
yung
natin.
unang point ni Uncle Hen, yung hanging question natin is how to encourage the kids. Yung point number 1 niya is be an example.
Be an example.
Walk
Be a
your
role
talk.
model.
Okay, so ano pa Uncle Hen?
Number two,
two.
Before we can start any fitness program that we can design for our kids, we need to know what are their interests in terms of physical activities. Ano bang mga gusto nila? Because knowing their physical activities interest will lead us to designing an exercise program or a physical fitness activity that will motivate them because they like it rather than we want to impose on something. Yeah.
So wag pilitin. Tanungin kung ano ang hilig.
Sana hindi nakikinig yung tatlo.
Kasi ako hindi. Badminton kayo. Ping-pong kayo.
Takbo. Okay, we have to ask. Okay, fine. We have to ask.
Because by asking, you might discover other interesting activities that they can do at home.
Okay.
So, pwedeng ganon siya. Yung, di ba, naglalaro kayo dyan ng Philippine games, yung mga yung mga ganon. Those are good activities that they can get into na pwedeng i-mix in terms of the fitness program.
Very good.
Kasi may takbuhan yun eh. May habulan, may ano tawag nito? You can do a lot in terms of the movements that they will perform.
Okay. Kargahan ko kaya ng weights yung yung controller ng gaming ni Migo. Mga 10 pounds, ganyan. Baka kung hindi siya maging maskulado.
Yun nga, speaking of that, Uncle Hen, ang problema kasi,
yun,
ang saya nung mga online games. They're really having fun. So it's a challenge for parents now to cut the online game na kasi 'di ba, kumpara dun sa patentero, mukhang nag-i-enjoy sila sa online game, naka-aircon pa. So that's really a big challenge for parents.
Yeah. I think there's a need to set limits as to how many hours a kid can watch TV, can use the gadget, because gadgets now on television are the biggest competitor of physical activity. And in fact, most of the sports are already in the sports. They can play. While there is benefit in terms of the psychological, yung coordination, yung mga ganon, pero the physical is suffering because you sit there for a long time.
Iba pa rin.
So, there's a need to consider na meron sigurong guide ba ang house? May house rules ba na TV time is only at this hour at this long. Gadget time is only at this hour and at this long. So, you compensate the limitation by doing the other thing which is physical in nature.
Right, very good. So set rules.
Uncle Hen, ang nire-recommend mo ba na mag-focus on one or mas okay na maraming iba-iba? na exercise or sport, parang ganon.
Hindi, kasi tinanong mo ito si Henry Daut. He plays all.
Oo nga eh.
He's a runner, he's a swimmer, baseball
nga
player,
eh.
basketball player, volleyball player,
Pero,
badminton player.
Ibig ko sabihin, meaning from experience, mas nagtatagal ba
For kids.
kapag nagfo-focus on one lang na activity or sport, or mas okay yung mas marami siyang alam or mas marami siyang ginagawa
Yeah.
at the time?
Yeah, tama ka, Tres, na at a young age, the kids should be exposed to as many as possible so that they will find their needs. Putting them in one specific sports because you find them good at that at the early stage will limit their potential in other activities. So we encourage as much as possible that kids play as many because by doing so, they enhance their potential in a sports-related participation nila,
Yeah.
no? So hindi pwede na dapat badminton ka ngayon hanggang kasi kuminsan we are not giving them opportunity to explore. However, yung sinabi na pwede bang i-mix, tama ka na kasi pag yung ulam mo palagi na lang ginamos, talagang araw-araw. So we need to diversify even the exercise programs, the exercise activity, and even the venue where you are exercising so that merong bago, merong excitement, and they will have more interest.
Very
Tama.
good. Uncle
That's
Hen,
very
merong
good.
question si May Rondael. Si May Rondael, by the way, anak din ito ng MSU1. Uncle Mindo Rondael. Uncle Henry, ano ang pwede if you have weak knees? Kung medyo merong weakness on your knees or some critical part of your body, paano ba? Kung particularly here for May, yung kanyang knees.
Okay. For certain conditions that will limit your physical movement, kailangan you know what are the limitations kung kailan. So you don't have to be doing all jumpings, all nakaka-injured rin. So there are activities that will allow you to move at a moderate pace. So maano mo rin yan when you have your medical checkup, the doctor will advise you on what range of activities that you can. So it's important that we know what are our limitations, and then there are programs and activities that we can get into that will not cause further injuries to the body parts. However, you need also to consider na dapat strengthen mo rin yun. So there are exercises that will help strengthen your knees, and there are actually equipment or materials that you can use to support whenever you want to perform more strenuous activities. So di ba mayroon tayong knee pad, knee cups na pwedeng magamit.
Lolokohin ko si May. Weight loss is a significant help ba, Uncle Hen, kung weak yung knees?
Weight loss?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Kung maliit ang katawan mo, your knees will not be burdened by carrying your body weight.
Ayun na, May.
So, the lesser you are in terms of the body weight mo, the lighter you become and less strenuous for your lower body parts.
Merong mga ibang nagsasabi, Uncle Hen, I'll lose weight first and then I will exercise.
Lose weight. Exercise naman para bang you don't parang sports, don't make use of sports to add life. Add life by playing sports, di ba? Parang ganun yun. So if you wait to lose weight before you start exercising, kasi ang exercise can help lose weight So anong gagawin mo para mag-lose weight ka when you are not expending energy and calories when you're supposed to be exercising?
Uncle Hen, we have a question here. Comment from Oliver Agustin. Si Oliver actually is an ultra runner. He finished the 100 kilometers sa Baguio.
So saan bundok?
Sabi niya 70K skip rope challenge. My question is, meron ka mga push-up challenge, skip rope challenge, are those good? Should people do those mga 25 push-up challenge, skip rope challenge, or is there a danger
Planking
also
challenge
in doing that?
Yeah, I think the challenge is there will be benefits if you are already fit. Kasi nga, 'di ba, every day you have to do 25.
Yes.
Eh kung minsan dahil sa challenge, ayaw natin ma-break yung cycle. Kaya kahit hindi kaya, gagawin.
Mm.
So there is a danger also if the one who is challenged meron siyang problema sa health. And if you accept that, baka ma-stressed ang ano mo, ang heart, and it will cause some problems na injury and etc. So while others take it as a challenge to show that they are fit, but I hope those who are accepting will first consider whether they are really up to the challenge rather than for the sake na ayaw mapahiya or improve na magaling sila. So it's very important that people understand that by being challenged, by not accepting the challenge, does not mean you are not good or you're not healthy or not fit. So dapat i-concern nila ang kanilang safety first.
Oo. Alam mo, Trish, si Uncle Henry is mukhang bata lang yan siya pero hindi na yan siya bata. He still looks young.
That's a
but he's not-
compliment.
that's of course a compliment. So my question is, Uncle Hen, how do you stay fit as you age? Ikaw, coming from your experience, taking it from your experience, what did you do? Kasi marami, as we go through middle age, for example, ako, I notice yung tiyan ko mas lumalaki. You have managed to keep yourself fit all your life. And you've managed to keep yourself fit talagang and looking good until now. So anong ginagawa mo at anong pwede namin gawin? Hindi naman kami din ng sports for ordinary
Hindi, tsaka
people.
maraming athletes na from
Tumataba.
dating fit, tapos ngayon, nang tumanda, hindi na sila fit.
Siya hindi talaga.
Pero
Si Uncle
ikaw,
Henry
you
never
still
lost it.
maintained your, your good
Figure.
figure.
Yeah. So I think I can share some in terms of how I gain a certain level of fitness. But primarily, if we are wanting to go into a serious lifestyle, kailangan natin ng medical check-up. Because by going to the doctor, we know what are the problems we have in terms of our body, and we can appropriately address. Second, we need to be physically active. Age should not be a hindrance for us to do something that will help us improve our fitness. In fact, my favorite activity is walking. Since my younger days, I walk. Siguro nasanay na ako kasi yung bahay namin 5 kilometers away from the school. So we have to walk every day going to the school and going home. And sabi ko nga, I promoted sa MSU yung program na Walk for Life program. It's Walk for Lifelong Involvement in Fun and Exercise. So if people can be encouraged to walk, then they become part of an exercising community. May socialization because they meet in the area. So we can generate more interest into exercising that is not expensive. Kasi wala namang kailangan bilhin dyan except yung shoes mo or yung gears. So we need to be physically active. Kasi nowadays, sitting is the new smoking. If we continue to sit, parang naninigarilyo tayo niyan. And that's what the exercise medicine is telling us, that the new smoking now is sitting. So if as much as possible we are sitting at an office, from at least 30 minutes we have to stand and do some walking or standing and some stretching, then we can prevent that occurrence of the effects of just sitting without doing anything. Third is we should be mindful of the food that we take. That means nyari ako, if my blood sugar is high, then I have to be mindful of the sugar intake. Hindi na masyadong matamis, less na mga cakes, etc. And yun na nga, sabi ko kanina, we need to have adequate rest and sleep. And at least you find a hobby. If we find a hobby, we find something important to do in life.
That's nice.
And important ring mag-socialize. That means if we have other people sharing our experiences, we can motivate each other. That uy, nag-exercise ka ba? Maybe you can actually share your experiences, share
Wonderful.
your activities so that you help each other. Parang naging support group mo yan eh. Kasi kung ikaw lang, nakakatamad rin. Wala man lang nagpipray sa'yo, uy, gumanda na yung bewang mo, parang gano'n, di ba? Ikaw lang, manunood ka lang sa salamin. So, I think we need others to help us keep motivated in what we are doing.
Wow.
And also influence others.
Si Cecilia Uncle Hen has a question. How about dancing or Zumba? How many hours
Yes.
dapat? Ito part na ito, no? You're exercising and you're socializing. Ilang oras ba daw mag-dancing or mag-Zumba?
Dance kasi depende sa intensity, ano. So, if your intensity is not that high, so you can dance longer. Pero kung minsan kasi meron silang tawag na Zumbaton. Yung parang from start to finish, parang patayan
mabilis
yata yung
agad,
sayaw na yun.
oo, very fast.
Yes, oo.
So,
Don't make dance as a punishment to your body na hindi mo binabantayan. Dance is very good because that's very common nowadays, Zumba especially, but you should know the intensity level that you are going to in. Kaya nga sabi natin, tinuro ni Ma'am Castrodes, mother ni Ian, how to get your heart rate so that alam mo yung training intensity mo. So for example, at 220 minus your age is equals your kailangan mo yung training heart rate mo. So kung 20 years old ka, 40 para medyo ano. 20 lang para madaling i-compute. 220 minus 20, that's 200. You multiply that by the intensity you want to achieve for your exercise. For example, we start at 60%. So dapat ang heart rate mo should fall between 120, kung hanggang 70% intensity, 140.
So may science pala talaga yun.
Yeah, dapat meron ka rin ganun. Kasi kung hindi, ano lang yan eh, hit and miss lang yung ginagawa mo. So for now, I would like to train at this intensity, 60 to 70. So kung alam mo na yung computation mo, you know that at 60 to 70% intensity, the heart rate that you have to obtain is 120 to 140.
So Uncle Hen,
which means
Dean Hen, so it's good siguro since you can't really go into details and I wish we could, pero hindi, they can research on heart rate based training, heart rate based
formula.
Ay, wait lang. Dahil nandito na siya, hindi ako makakapaghintay mag-research. Ilang percent po yung weight loss level of intensity? If I want to achieve weight loss.
I cannot determine really.
kasi
Kung mag-exercise, parang gano'n.
Di ba kanina sabi
I'm
mo,
not sure
if you like 60% to 70% yung itatarget mo na heart rate, ano yun? Regular maintenance
depende
lang siya.
nga din yun sa ulam.
Depende din sa kinain ko nung araw na yon, sa calories na
ginagawa rin natin ito. I cannot explain kung at this intensity how much weight is lost.
Okay, so iba-iba.
It has to go through a process, ilang weeks, parang ganun. So it becomes a regular. Kasi pag kunyari, yung intensity mo is too low, maliit lang yung benefit niya. Hindi niya na-reach yung intensity to gain the benefits. So we need to know at what intensity we are exercising so that we know how many heart rates we have to attain.
Very good.
Para magkaroon ng benefit.
Kaya pala yung iba, nag-hire talaga sila ng coach na gagawa ng program, and then they will plot the weight and then the desired weight.
So, importante pala yung heart rate based. Uncle Hen, we have a very, very good question from Delin Reyes. She asks, ito yung question niya, let's reduce that a bit. Sir, what age po dapat allow ang teen age kid to do weightlifting? Kasi yung 15-year-old ko, sobra yata sa gym every day. Then he has football 3 times a week. Parang over na yata sa edad niya. So, the kid is doing weightlifting and doing football. Ano ba daw yung ideal?
Kabaliktaran to nung kaninang kailangan i-encourage. Ito naman,
sobra naman. Nag-weightlifting at 15 years old. Pwede ba yon?
Yeah. If there is a strength and conditioning coach ng team niya, they must have recommended certain number of activities for the weights. Kasi ang weight training naman, makontrol mo in terms of the weight that you are going to lift eh. May mga maliliit naman na mga weights like 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 5 pounds. Depende sa ano. It's important that the physical body of a kid is not affected in terms of weightlifting. Kasi kung minsan sumusobra ng lift mo, parang hindi na maganda yung forma ng katawan dahil sa sobrang laki ng muscles, etc. And I hope walang injury yung anak niya when they do the strength training. And I know yung coaches must have designed a training program fit for 15-year-old.
Okay, so siguro best if she talks to the coach, no, the football coach, Uncle Hen, so that the football coach can guide.
Meron din kasi
the parent,
Yes, Uncle Hen.
The
parents should know what their kids are doing in terms of their sports activities. Hindi pwede yung pabayaan lang nila. While parents are not really supposed to meddle in terms of the coaching, but they should know what the kids are doing sa training so that they can appropriately guide.
Very good.
Iba-iba talagang bata eh. Meron ding mga batang intense talaga na when they focus on something, dagdagan pa nila kung ano yung required, no? Parang kilala ko yung iba doon, no? Uncle Hen, no? Parang may kilala tayong ganon.
Hindi, kasi yung coach namin, grabe.
Yung sumusuko yung robopong ganon.
Uncle Hen, it's 6:30. Unfortunately, we're running out of time.
Sarap-sarap naman ang usapan natin. Parang may part 2 to, Uncle Hen, ha?
Ano yung iyong final message para sa ating viewers sa kanilang commitment to be fit for life? What's your final encouragement?
Yeah, I hope that with the experience we had sa pandemic, we appreciate the value of becoming fit, and we should encourage the whole family because a family that exercises together stays fit forever.
Wow.
So I hope everyone will do exercise no matter how small, but small steps can lead to bigger gains through exercise. So let's make use of exercise as medicine. And that's the cheapest prescription we can ever have.
Wow. Wow, thank you very much, Uncle Henry.
Thank you very
Daut,
much, Dean.
Dean of the Philippine Sports Institute. Thank you very much for gracing the show.
You.
Keep safe always.
Yes,
God bless.
God
Thank
bless.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
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 Wow. Did you enjoy that, Trisha?
Oo, parang gusto ko pang marami pa akong tanong.
Ang dami nating pwedeng matutunan mula kay Dean Henry
Ang
Daut.
dami-dami pa eh. Like for example, basta ang dami pa natin pwedeng itanong sa kanya, especially yung exercise for older people.
Yes.
Kasi syempre, my parents, di ba, are all, pero they're walking, kaya na-happy ako doon, sinabi niya kanina na walking talaga. Kasi until now, my parents still walk every day.
Yes.
So, and I think that's helping them really stay fit.
Yes.
No?
Sabi ni Kuya Vince Rodriguez, takbo na tayo, yes. Wala na bang COVID dyan sa Marikina Heights,
Pwede
Kuya
na ba?
Vince? Pwede na ba talaga?
Narinig namin with kay Oliver, siya talaga kasi I'm sure hindi to siya pwedeng tumigil. Tumatakbo daw siya, Vince, pero mag-isa. He does not, he does not parang join groups yet pero to keep his fitness, tumatakbo na daw siya.
Sabi ni Ate May Rondael, isang cinnamon roll lang daw a week.
Yun na nga, May, di ba? Maglalabas tayo ng sugar-free.
All right. Thanks very much everyone for joining us today. I hope you share this video sa inyong Facebook so that others could also learn from that interview. Ano yung what really struck you doon sa sinabi ni Uncle Henry?
Na walang rason. Wag tayong mag-imbento ng rason not to do it. And I really like yung sinabi niya na it's the cheapest medicine.
It's the cheapest medicine. Ang akin naman for the parents, sabi, wag pilitin yung mga anak.
Natamaan ka kasi.
Ask them what they really enjoy. Yun yung mahalaga din daw. Tapos pero sabi niya, magandang i-expose.
Yes, as many as possible. And then they choose,
yes.
'di ba?
Stay healthy and fit for life.
Yes.
Do you commit?
Yes, because
Yes.
we want to retire in Baguio. And
All
we will
right.
run there and walk there every day. Oh, di ba?
On Friday, what's our topic on Friday?
Still, we're still in
Health
that,
pa rin.
health pa rin.
Pero
but,
mental health ba tayo? Mental health tayo Friday.
Emotional din. Sama na
Emotional
natin
and mental
yun.
health. So we will talk to an emotional mental health expert on Friday. We'll try to chase down Dr. Benson Go again. Hope we could have him again
Yes.
for Friday. So, did you enjoy, my friends? Prevention is always better than cure.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes, Vince.
So stay healthy and fit for life. This is Mark Your Day.
With Trisha.
Bye-bye.